Learn to clean. What is the best way to learn to clean? We're going to talk a little bit about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question and I get to help you find an answer. Speaking of learning how to clean, this show is brought to us by housecleaning360.com. And if you don't know how to clean your own carpets, you can hire somebody who does. Go to housecleaning360.com, type in your zip code. You will find a person that lives near you that is qualified, licensed, and the best of the best in carpet cleaning. They'll be able to help you with shampooing of your carpets and maybe even your upholstery. They specialize in drying and water extraction and all these things that are easier and do a better job than even a little rental unit that you can buy at the grocery store. So housecleaning360.com. Okay, now how to learn to clean. This is an interesting question and I get asked this a lot, but this one comes from a homeowner who's just getting started in the house cleaning business. She's been cleaning her own home for years and she wants to know, how do I learn to clean professionally? Okay, well, it's like when you go to driver's ed. You sit there in a classroom for a few weeks and you learn all of the road signs. Then you learn the rules of the road, like merging onto the interstate. And you learn about speed limits and you learn about four-way stops. But the day comes when they put you inside a car and you have to drive around all the different cones in a great big parking lot. And then you have to go with an instructor and you go out on the real road and you have to actually practice. The best learning you're ever going to get is by practicing. Now, there are lots of videos. There's lots of training material out there. There are lots of places you can go to learn to clean. And if you're a homeowner and you've been cleaning your own house for years, you probably already know a lot of the basics. But it's going to be required of you to get out there and to actually clean, because that's where the real learning comes in. Now, you're going to end up cleaning some things and you're going to end up saying, wow, that wasn't very effective or efficient. And then you're going to make a note to yourself, don't do that again. And then you're going to try something, you're going to go, wow, this stuff that I used on here is amazing. Well, then use that again. And so there are a lot of things that are going to come down to personal preference. I get asked a question all the time, what is the best set of solutions to use? It comes down to personal preference. There are people that like a particular brand better than another particular brand. And it really comes down to, what are you going to use? Because if you have a favorite brand that somebody recommended to you and you don't like it, it's going to sit in your cupboard at home or it's going to sit in the back of your car and you're never going to use it. And if you don't use it, how great is that for you? And the answer is it's not great at all. If you don't use it, it's a waste of money. So you're going to have to try a bunch of stuff. You're going to have to try a bunch of different vacuum cleaners, and you're going to have to try a bunch of different mops, and you're going to have to try a bunch of different solutions and chemicals and different systems, different methods of cleaning. And then you're going to find ways that just jive with you. And you're going to go, wow, this is how I do this best. Now, there are things I can teach you. There are things that I can't teach you based on who you are. For example, I can teach you how to squat down and clean the floor by hand, but if you have a bad back or you have bad knees, that is not a good method for you. Now, if you're tall and you would like to not bend over and slump over while you're cleaning, maybe you would like to have a longer extension pole on your mop or your broom. So there are things that I can teach you, but it's going to come down to your personal preference, because somebody that's maybe 4.5 feet tall is not going to want a great big extension wand on their broom or their mop. That would be annoying to them because that's not in their control. See? So it's different for every person. So what is the best way to learn? The best way to learn is to try. Try, observe, tweak, and try again. And you will find in that process, you will find the best method for you. Once you find a best method, this will be the method that you teach your employees as you expand your business. Now, what you have to realize is your method may not be the easiest for them. So if you teach them your way and it's effective and it's efficient and it works, now they know what is effective, efficient, and what works. And now if they need to tweak it so that it becomes their own in order that it's more efficient, more effective, or helps them in a better way, you need to give them the latitude to do that. So even though it's effective for you, it may not be effective for them. Does that make sense? So the best way to learn is observation, practice, and then tweaking it. And you're going to find in that the way that works for you best. It's like we all went through driver's ed, we all learned the rules, but we've all learned little different ways of driving. My husband and I both went through very similar driving courses, and we drive very differently, but we both get from where we're going to our destination, and we both get there safely. So the ways that we get there are a little bit different. Is my way better than his? Yes. No, I'm kidding. The ways are different, but my point is you got to find a way that works best for you, and you will do that just by practice. Alrighty, that's my 2 cents, and until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.